Hi, this is Mark Samoyed with Curious Inventions. We're looking at the cool text effects software, and this is titled Working with Fonts. We're going to take a look at how to work in the best possible way with fonts. One of the problems that you're going to have on the web, which I'm sure you're familiar with, is that all your users have different fonts installed. So we have to make sure things fall back properly to the right font. So I started up Cool Text Effects. Let's just create a really simple animation. We'll just pick some text in and a text out. And this should be fine. Okay, now let's publish it. We'll save the HTML file, publish now. Click done. So the file's out there. Let's pull that up right here. So here's our sample animation that we just did, and you can see it's in a Arial font. We know it's Arial because our font was specified as Arial, size 36. Now most people are going to have Arial installed, so what if we picked some other font that they don't have installed? Let's take a look by editing the HTML file we just created. Okay. And let me get to the point where we can see where our font is. Okay, I just separated this line after the comma, and we can see fname, which is set to Arial, our font. But what happened if this was like some unknown font? Let me just change the name a little bit to a font that we know doesn't exist on our system. We'll save that, and then we'll try taking a look at that. You can see that the font has turned back to the browser default, which is some kind of serif font. I'll play it again. But you can see the serifs on everything, so it's clearly not working with a sans serif font like we wanted. So let's go back into our editor and see how we could fix this in case the user does not have the font. We can use the regular CSS naming convention or font listing convention. We'll put a comma and sans serif. We'll save it and we'll take another look. So now we have our sans serif font back because it didn't realize that first wrongly worded font, but it does have, you know, a fallback now into sans serif, which is probably Arial just as well. So that's one thing you always have to be careful of is, you know, what fonts you have on your system as opposed to what your user is going to have installed on their system. There's a really good website. Let me pull it up here. If you go to this URL up here, w3schools.com and so on, there's an article titled Commonly Used Font Combinations. And one thing you could do is, you know, look through here for what you would like. Let's say you wanted, you know, some kind of Helvetica type font, like the Trebuchet MS would be on a Windows system, and Helvetica would be on Apple, and everything else that didn't have those would fall back to the sans serif. So let's just take that one, copy that, and we'll put that into our fname variable here. Now we have two sets of double quotes, so I'll just turn the inside one into single quotes just to make everything clean here. I'll save it and we'll take a look at that. I'll refresh it. So now you can see we're getting our sharply edged A, so that shows that we have the Trebuchet MS from Microsoft. I'll just show that again. If we didn't have that font installed, it would fall back to Helvetica, say on an Apple. Or if Helvetica wasn't installed, maybe on Linux or something else, it would fall back to the normal sans serif font. So yeah, the important thing to know is after you test your font, put some fallbacks in there and test those as well. And the the thing you're looking for is the f name parameter.